Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel GKR Soft. In this video, we are going to discuss about the most important service in UDS, that is Diagnostic Session Control, Service ID 0x10. In this video, we are going to cover about types of diagnostic session and how DCM will play a major role when the tester requests to switch the session. Those all are we are going to discuss in this video. First, we can start with what is diagnostic session control. In simple terms, diagnostic session control is like changing the ECU's working mode. Here, mode means session, and each mode or session allows different diagnostic services. You can take example of switching your phone to developer mode to unlock advanced settings. And very important thing is DCM module shall implement the UDS service 0x10. What are the types of diagnostic session supported in UDS? The first important thing is default session. Whenever the ECU is powered up, ECU first will go to default session. Programming session. We can switch to programming session whenever we want to perform ECU reprogramming or ECU flashing. Extended diagnostic session. This will be switched when we want to perform advanced diagnostics. So most of the things this will be enabled in service center. Along with this, we have a safety system diagnostic session. It is a special session for testing safety related systems, example airbag, ABS. Along with this, the vehicle manufacturer can able to enable their own session. So for that, they have to use 42.5F. The same way, system supplier also can use or enable or define any extra diagnosis session. For that case, they have to use 60 to 7E subfunction. Diagnostic session communication flow. So the requested SID for changing the session is 10. Along with this, we have to request the subsession for whatever the session you want to switch. And the response will come from ECUS 0x50. Because if it's positive response, then ECU will add plus 40 with the requested SID. Here I mentioned how to request for default session and programming session and extended diagnostic session. If any of the subfunction is not configured, then DCM will respond with NRC 12. But if everything is proper, then ECU will respond with 50 along with this P2 high, P2 low, P2 star high, P2 star low. Same is applicable for other session also. Whenever the ECU is powered on, ECU will go to default session. Then whenever his explicit request comes from tester to switch to non-default session, then ECU will move from default session to non-default session. Once the S3 timeout has happened, then ECU will move from non-default session to default session. But if you want to stay with the non-default session, then we have to request or continuously send 3E service. Non-default session means here other than default session. Example, programming session, extended diagnostic session, or any other special sessions. If you are in default session, when somebody is requesting to default session, then automatically it will reinitialize and will stay in the default session as well. What are the key points we have to keep in our mind whenever we are thinking about diagnostic session control? The DCM module shall implement the UDS service 10 and server shall always start the default diagnostic session whenever it is powered up. Server means ECU. The DSP submodule shall manage internally a read access with the DID F186. This is specifically mentioned for to read or get to know about the active diagnostic session according to ISO 14229-1. This service will be used during ECU reprogramming, meaning diagnostic session control mainly used on ECU reprogramming, and whenever we want to switch the session, at the time we can use it. And diagnostic session control is allowed in default session and non-default session also. Hopefully you get a clarity about diagnostic session control. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.